let's get into recaps. Let's start with Adventure Time because there were two that we haven't talked about.
Okay.
Hoots and Water Park Prank. We can talk about them in either order, which you want.
I haven't seen Park Prank. I forgot.
Ah, it's the neat one with the different animation.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Let me give you the
brief. On Demand wasn't working when I went home for the weekend.
Let me give you the brief review of it that my dad gave, which is that to make up for all these super heavy, dark episodes, they made an episode for 6-year-olds.
That's great.
Yeah,
basically.
I love 6-year-olds.
Yeah, it's nothing important happens in it. It's just kind of fun. It's pretty, simple. And, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of it personally. Like, there's nothing bad about it, but I didn't love it. It is very weird at certain parts. But, the Adventure Time has slowly evolved from being a show for kids to a show that, like, kind of accidentally became for me. So at this point, I have no right to complain when the show isn't for me anymore. Because it's not supposed to be.
No.
Hoots, though, there was a lot to unpack.
God.
First of all, we kind of discovered exactly what the Cosmic Owl's deal is, or it was solidified what it was. He's a guy who gets missives of some sort that let him know to go into a dream, and by his presence in somebody's dream, it becomes prophetic, as opposed to just a bunch of nonsense. And I actually really liked how, there were those montage of other people's dreams, and they were all just, stupid. Because that's what dreams are, they're just stupid.
Some of them were stupid, but then some of them were, really real, like Lemon Hopes, he was like a marionette puppet on chains.
Oh, God.
Walking.
Yeah. Oh, man.
There were some that were kind of real, and then there were some that were stupid, like real dreams.
Yeah. God, dreams are so stupid. I hate having them.
I know, you're the only person I know who hates dreams as much as
I've only had one good dream, and that's the one where I met Robin Thicke in a Walgreens and beat him to death in the parking lot with my car. He didn't look like Robin Thicke, though. He looked like a real greasy white dude. Like one of those guys who created Cards Against Humanity, those fuckers. He looked like that, but I knew he was Robin Thicke because he was awful. So I hit him with my car a bunch, and then he tried to, climb in through the sunroof, and I closed the sunroof on his arm, started driving on the highway, and then opened the sunroof, and then I woke up. And
well, I'm glad you didn't see the Cosmic Owl, because you would have just killed a guy you thought was Robin Thicke for no reason.
Well, I mean, if it was Robin Thicke, there wouldn't be no reason. He is terrible.
Yeah, but anyway, so
anyway, before I say anything that could be used as evidence,
we see the Cosmic Owl has this cool little cosmic bachelor pad.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I guess. I mean, I like this. The motif is cool that it's made out of stars. It's the cool part.
It is the fact that he is living in a motel.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not a cool place, but the fact that it's made out of stars is cool.
Well, Nina, we're all made of star stuff.
Uh-huh.
Moving on.
Okay.
All right.
And then, he's on his daily thing. He goes into Finn's dream, and because of that, Finn's dream is going to come true, and Finn is, hanging out with Sweet Pea and his dad, which I think is an allusion to this finale that's coming up.
You gotta pronounce it that way.
It took me a couple times looking at the word to figure out what the fuck they were doing, and I feel stupid. I was like, what's that other end there for?
And then Jake was, playing his viola with his face upside down, and, the owl was like, I wonder what this is about. But then this hot bird lady shows up and, climbs the stepladder to do a thing, and he's like, butt feathers! And he compromises himself.
I like how it depicts that the Cosmic Owl isn't really a god or anything. He's just a guy with a job.
Yeah.
It's just a grind that he does.
Kind of like Prismo. They're these very powerful beings, but they're kind of just duders. They're not super special. So yeah, he falls in love with this lady. He ignores his Cosmic Owl responsibilities to track her down. He goes in this dream with her. That's Princess Bubblegum's dream. And it's Princess Bubblegum dreaming about how great she is and how she's done so much for her people. But then the bird lady fucks it up with some mystical, magical, dark energy or whatever, and gets the candy people to hate PB, and then they all like die, and then she like falls and drowns in their goopy yellow bodies.
It looked like pee-pee.
Yeah. And the Cosmic Owl was like, oh my god, you know what you've done? You have no idea what you've done. I was in that dream. That's gonna happen.
Maybe that's what leads to the thing that happens in Grable's 1000+.
Yeah, probably. And, then it kind of wraps up. He's like, I can't be with you anymore. Get out of here. And we find out that the lady was actually Gunter.
Wank.
The whole time. And Gunter has some issues. Like, she wakes up from the dream and is all, like, pissed off and, like, goes to stare out to the sky with her bottle, and it's just like...
And she throws it out. Or he... I mean, the Gunter gender is, like, always been...
It's she, because in her dream, she portrays herself as a she, so, that makes her a girl, right?
Yeah.
But there's multiple Gunters, all pronounced slightly different.
There's also a Guntalina, which is just a Gunter with a bow.
But I think this is the main Gunter because she had a little baby crib.
Yeah. So,
that was interesting.
I feel like Gunters work like Donkey Kongs. Because they all have dumb, slightly different names, and the continuity makes no sense.
And we don't know which ones are related.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see that, the Gunters, they're not just like these dumb penguins. They have like a whole consciousness and a whole like world to themselves that we're not aware of. And that this Gunter like has some problems with PB, I guess because she's lived with Ice King. I don't know. I wonder. I wonder what Gunter's deal is now.
Or they're like truly nefarious. If we were to go back to that episode where Gunther had like the psychic cat and they invaded the Candy Kingdom.
Yeah,
it's the same Gunter because it's the one that likes breaking bottles. So maybe it's just like this Gunther. Oh, and it came from the Nightosphere.
Yeah.
With Hunson is like, you are the evilest creature I've ever seen. Wank.
I guess Gunter is like this evil dream god. I don't know. It's interesting. So, what else should we talk about?
Tome of the Unknown.
Right.
Yes.
They finally distributed the pilot episode of Over the Garden Wall. It's just called Tome of the Unknown. And what I liked about it is that you could just basically stick it in between like any of the early episodes. Mm-hmm. And then you got to make up like why they don't have the car, but it works. It fits thematically.
I mean, well, also like the only difference is like the narrator, like the premise is different. They're not looking for a book.
Yeah, but you could just say that they're looking to go home. It's not that hard to.
Oh yeah, no.
Thematically, it still totally fits with the show.
Absolutely.
Cartoon Network distributed it. I think it's on their website, along with some other pilots that we should check out.
And they have a YouTube channel.
Did you guys not watch the other pilots?
No, are they great?
No, I kept meaning to do that, and then it was a bad
One was super weird, and I don't really have an opinion on it because it's really weird. One I dug. I thought it was a neat concept. And another, I am positive no one else but like me and Alex love it to death, and it'll probably never get picked up, but I wanted to have 6 seasons in a movie.
What are the names of those pilots?
Okay, the one I forget what the one I didn't like was called. The one I thought was cool and will probably is the best contender is I think it's called Forever 12 or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it, but I forgot.
And the one that I don't think will get picked up, but I love more than I should, is called Ridin' with Burgess.
Okay.
We'll have to check those out.
Please.
That's my favorite thing you do, is laugh when you say please.
Do I do that a lot?
I think so.
I don't know.
Oh god.
Did anything else drop this week?
I didn't watch Clarence. I didn't watch Harvey Beaks. I was on vacation in Boston. I'm sorry, guys. That's why I wasn't here for last week's episode. Sorry if you were really looking forward to triplets of Belleville. It's still on the list. We'll get to it one of these times when we like are panicking and need to do something that's super quick.
Yes. I think us not going for 2 hours would be a nice change of pace. So let's start wrapping up.
Yeah, do some shout-outs. Because I love all the people. So we've got Nova, which said, just wanted to thank Toon Goons Nina for getting me and my little sister into Monster High with their Ever After High review show. That makes me...
We did it. We got them sales.
That makes me so happy. You have no idea.
Call us.
I, was jumping up and down. I was like, yay! Hooray! Hashtag No King said, oh man, please tell me you guys have seen Tomb of the Unknown.
Yep.
Yes, we did. We talked about it. Hope
you pay attention.
Like what we said about it. The Biscuit Rogue said, hi guys, I'm a little late to send this, but I was finally able to catch up on the podcast after finals. It's really great. Nina's experience with Madoka movie reminded me a lot of my own experience with stories that didn't go in the direction I wanted or expected. At the risk of requesting something nostalgic, have you considered reviewing Static Shock? Yes, we have. And we are going to do it one day.
We want
100% guarantee. We love it. We love Static Shock. Apparently, did you guys see that announcement that Will Smith's son might be playing Virgil Hawkins in something at some point? Maybe, possibly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that news drop.
I don't know. Jaden Smith is too serious. He's always serious. Has he never not been serious in anything he's done?
He's not even not serious on his Twitter.
I know, he's way too serious to play Static for me.
You know who should get into comic book movies and play rad characters? Willow.
That would work better for me, I think.
Just have girl Static Shock. Just do it.
Yeah, that would work.
I'll dig it.
Lantern King. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Lantern King. You are our dog. You are the best. Lantern King, if you guys didn't see, did this short little animatic thingy cartoon with us. That was amazing.
Did it. She dropped the first Goon Toon.
Goon Toon! And then also did this really awesome fan art of us as the characters from Kim Possible, which made one of my dreams come true, because I always wanted to look as cool as Kim as a kid. Yeah. So thank you.
It was Nina Possible, Tooch Stoppable, and Nicky the Naked Mole Rat. The goof in which it took me like a day to get because I'm extremely stupid.
Really?
Yeah. It's absolutely perfect, and you are the best.
Yeah,
thank you.
That we found by looking at the Toon Goons tag on Tumblr. I think that what we should say is you should tag it Toon Goons and not the Toon Goons to make things easier, but we'll check both.
Yeah.
I mean, we've used both in the past. It's our fault.
Yeah. And if you really want to make sure that we see it, you can always submit it to us at our Tumblr, and we will definitely post it.
Yeah. Unless you don't want us to, then just say so, and we'll be cool.
Yeah, definitely. If you send us anything or send us a letter or anything, and you don't want us to mention it on the show or respond to it publicly in any way, please just say it. It's totally cool. We understand. No probalo. Novu and Nova said you guys should do more Tiny Goons episodes. I liked it.
Really?
Yeah,
I
we
think
got
it's something
another
we're gonna
person
do
who liked Tiny Goons.
more instead of missing weeks. I think it's a good way to not miss weeks.
That felt like such a disappointing. I guess we gotta do this. We gotta do something. But people like.
I loved editing it. I was done in half an hour.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm fucking sure.
There was another person who very much liked Tiny Goons. I don't remember.
Can we call them Tiny Goon Adventures,
little...
or is that too risky?
I mean, it's not risky legally. It's just less subtle.
Yeah. So I'm glad that went over well enough. I mean, it's not a very popular episode, looking at the stats, but if people liked it,
I guess people just like the variety.
Yeah,
I would definitely rather do those than skip weeks.
Or I would rather do those than have the news section be 45 minutes. If we have a topic that we can talk a lot about like that, then we could just do a Tiny Goons.
Okay. Yeah, totally. Thanks for the feedback.
Yeah. You all have positively affected the show with your feedback. Believe in the system. I now denounce my plea for anarchy.
And then more about the Tiny Goons. Charles Waters, hoped Nicky was okay and was thankful that, you guys gave them a little something. So thank you for being considerate. I didn't listen to that episode. What was wrong with you, Nicky?
I got the concussion.
Oh yeah, Gnocchi.
I actually forgot that too. I read the email like, wait, what happened to Nicky? But you just reminded me of, because I'm pretty sure I laughed way harder than I should have hearing you got.
No, it was funny. That's why I told this story, is because it was a funny thing that happened to me.
I'm remembering it all over again.
Also, Charles Cooper said, please just don't talk about Jurassic Park. Thinking about it makes me tear up. And I'm gonna cry.
We're gonna talk about it for 3 hours straight.
Is that something you mentioned in that episode
when
too?
we talked about how we would do Futurama at one point.
Okay. And then Ninru was like, wow, our perspective on Rebellion and Homura's face turn is completely different. I fucking love Rebellion. That's totally okay. Like, that's, like, everybody's got their own opinion and interpretation. Like, yeah.
She says as she's beating you into the street.
Yeah.
When she meets you at
a con. That's what we said, at least what Tooch and I said, is that it worked textually, but it was metatextually that it sucked.
Yeah. And then we got a lovely email from Jimmy, who was inspired to watch Kim by our episode. I'm so happy.
Good. That's so good.
I know.
We're doing God's work.
Trying to get us to watch Code Lyoko, which he admits is a guilty pleasure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I saw almost every episode.
It was a guilty pleasure for me as a kid. Like, I knew it wasn't very good, but it's like, I need to watch the show.
You watch a forehead show.
Yeah. Well, it was both a forehead show and like French people trying to make anime show.
I don't know. We'll see. It's definitely.
I would love to talk about it. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to sit through all 4 seasons.
I know. I want to talk about it, but I don't know if I can watch all of it. But like, it's
the first episode's literally a giant teddy bear, and I'm pretty sure it's just called Bearzilla.
Great.
I don't know. Like, it's not on the higher end of our list of priorities, but like, who knows? Maybe one day we'll like.
One day we're gonna decide to let's scrape the bottom of this barrel.
But thank you so much for your email, Jimmy.
Code Lyoko is the cartoon equivalent of Vegemite.
And then at Tonana Pie said, have you guys ever thought about doing like live commentary over some movies that you like? I think I'd enjoy that. No, we have not.
We haven't thought. Here's the thing. I love riffing over stuff casually. Like, here's the thing. I'm surprised I've never been kicked out of a theater for riffing over trailers. I don't riff over the movie. I'm not a monster. But you can't get me to not make fun of every trailer I see. But actually, like, riffing over a movie for the length of a movie and making it good is actually super difficult.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, those riff tracks guys, they put effort. The Mystery Science Theater people, they put effort. Like, they had to, like, they sit down, they time the jokes, they write stuff, they go over drafts, and they take multiple passes at it. Like, that'd be a whole production. I'd love to, because I'm a human being on the internet. I love
making fun of things.
Maybe we could do like a live tweet thing when we go see a movie or something.
But then we have to tweet in the middle of the theater.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could riff cartoons, because they're only 11 minutes.
If we were to do that, it would be shorter form.
Although riffing comedy is hard.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would have to be something that isn't, like, intentionally funny.
It's already funny. Yeah. We'd have to riff on, like, serious animation.
You could riff, like, on a superhero thing.
Yeah, that would be easy to riff on.
We'll think about it. It's congratulations, it's tentative.
And then last we got Sick Prowl, who's, super nice and awesome, and was wondering if we'd talk about Trigun or Digimon Tamers. I think we're kind of required to talk about Digimon Tamers at some point. Like, yeah. I don't think we can get away with not doing that.
It was the first actually good Digimon, though I love the first 2 series.
Yeah, I see. As a kid, I never watched Digimon Tamers, so I actually never seen Digimon Tamers.
It's legit. It's good. It's legitimately good while still having that 90s dub Digimon charm with the jokes that you're not sure if those are in the original.
No, totally. Like I've read a lot about it and I've watched a lot of videos about it. I just,
That's the charm for me for the first 2 series of Digimon. I'll only watch the dub because it's like there's so many jokes that don't exist, and that makes them funnier for me to watch the dub of Digimon Adventures.
God, we tried.
Nina and I tried to watch it, and we were gonna think like this is gonna be a fun, charming, silly.
You really have to. You gotta grow up with it, I guess.
We did.
And the thing is that we did.
School in kindergarten and watch Pokemon and then Digimon.
I still love it.
I've seen every episode. I think I've seen every episode of the first 2 seasons, and I loved it as a kid. And we were trying to like revisit it nostalgically,
which was weird because it was easier for me to get into the Pokemon anime nostalgically, even though that's objectively not as good. So I was like, what is wrong with me?
I don't know, man. Maybe like the movies. I think the movie is still watchable. The movie's pretty good. The amalgamation of those 3 shorter films.
And also, Trigun I've seen some of, and I liked. And Nina's, I think, seen all of it.
I saw all of it as a babby too.
Yeah.
I want to revisit it again. So yeah.
I think it'll be fun for me to say in a public forum that Vashta Stampede and Kenshin Imura are the same character, and people try to argue that they're not. I think that'll make for good radio.
Not that the author of Rurouni Kenshin was heavily influenced by Trigun. Like that was like his favorite thing. So,
all right, we'll talk about that when we get to that. Ways to contact us: at the Toon Goons on Twitter, thetoongoons.tumblr.com, thetoongoons@gmail.com, soundcloud.com/thetoongoons. Search us on iTunes, the Toon Goons. YouTube.com/thetoongoons.
Send us an email with a news story, comments, questions, concerns, whatever. Fan art. Send us fan art if you want. No pressure.
Amiibos.
We don't have a P.O. box yet. Should we get one of those? Let us know.
Not unless somebody actually wants to send Nicky amiibos.
Let us know if you want us to have a P.O. box. Also...
Yeah. Tweet me at Nicky the Red if you want to send me amiibos. I need Lucina, Robin, Ness, Captain Falcon, Wii Fit Trainer, Villager, Little Mac, Mario and Sonic. I can buy those on my own. Pit, DDD, Meta Knight, Ike, and Marth.
Okay.
Do you want to make a different podcast about amiibos called the Amiibo Amigos?
Yes. I mean, or we might just spell it amigos, but with 2 eyes.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't translate when you talk about it. You have to excel like amigos.
It works. Also, please rate us on iTunes. That's very, very important to getting us to be more noticed by peeps.
Just tell people to do it. Like you don't have to just be like you don't have to listen to it. Just give it 5 stars.
It's very easy to do. Also,
it's super easy to commit fraud on iTunes.
Like a minute. Just put some stars on there. Say, like, good. You don't even have to say anything, like, really well thought out or...
Like, no capitalization, no punctuation.
Honestly, like, serious, that's how we'll know that this is what made you do it if you actually, that's all you do. Just say good with no capitalization or punctuation.
Like,
please do it.
It's how...
All right.
Like...
We've got our upcoming sketch planned out if you guys want to start planning.
Yeah, sure.
Next week, and by next week, I mean, we're going to record this like 2 days after this, because this is late. The movie Summer Wars, which I don't know about.
Yeah, you do know what it is. It's essentially that one part of the Digimon movie, but expanded to be an original story and full length.
All right.
Techno part.
We're doing some sort of a summertime lovin' in the summertime thing for June, and maybe carrying a bit over into July, but we want to not lock ourselves into a theme for 3 entire months. We're going to do Summer Wars, Samurai Champloo, Goofy Movie, which will come out the weekend of Father's Day. It's the best Father's Day movie, and we'll never be able to come up with a better one.
Nope.
That's true.
And then our big one for the end of the month is The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, which I started watching last night, and I like it.
It's great.
Yeah, I have to get on that.
And then after that, the first week in July, Tooch and I are going to be at Anime Expo in Los Angeles. So if you're going, meet us there. We're going to do like a collab meetup for the Voice Acting Troop Cooperation Laboratory. Just come to that. We're not going to do a separate thing. And
we'll give you more details as it
We'll give you more details as it becomes more relevant. And while we're in...
The point is we will be at AX. Be there.
Or be square. And then meet LaShawn Thomas, because he's cool.
Yeah. And Daisuke Shawatari, I'm going to die. Here's the thing. I'm going to be so euphoric and vulnerable during any period when I'm in the same room as Daisuke Shawatari that it's going to count as me losing my virginity.
It's great that I can be present for Nicky losing his virginity.
It's going to be whack.
I'm glad I was there.
I'm glad you're not there.
I'm glad I had to listen to that sentence.
I'm really not.
But while we're in LA, we figured we should do the most LA cartoon ever made. We've already done the most New York City cartoon ever made, which was Hey Arnold, of course. While we're in LA, we're going to do Dan Versus.
Yes!
It takes place explicitly in LA, and everybody's miserable.
I'll wear my jerk shirt.
Awesome. And then at some point we're going to
Which is to say, his shirt that has the word jerk on it, and not the jerk that he uses to come into.
I mean, you don't know.
Is that a thing? Okay, never. You know what?
You need to come into something.
Okay. Also, sometime during that month, we'll probably be doing Inside Out, even though that comes out in June. Just because we already have the schedule and we'll give everybody enough time to watch it before we talk about it, but still be like relevant.
Yeah. All right, that is this episode. I've been Nicky, the clone of Nicky. Fuck.
I've been the clone of Nina.
And I don't even know what's going on with my story I'm making up as I go along.
And thank you for clone tuning in. I don't know.
The return of Wunsch.
Wunsch.
He's back. The original. To kill.